Your seed today is your fruit tomorrow. Oh, what you do today goes a long way tomorrow. Ruptured seed, ruptured seed. You better be careful what you do, my friend, 'cause surely payday comes. Ruptured seed. Today is your fruit tomorrow. Oh, what you do today goes a long way tomorrow. Ruptured seed, ruptured seed. You better be careful what you do, my friend, 'cause surely payday comes. Ruptured seal.
To return. Why?
You know that the place is very far.
You've done well, my daughter, eh? Just go in and wash the plate at the balcony, eh? The food will soon be ready. Polly! Come here. Are you still in your sprinkle?
No. Why did you ask? I finished last week now.
Yeah. You finished last week?
Yes, sir.
Are you not big enough to know that it's a shame for you not to know when you're on?
Huh?
But you're stained. Come on, go inside and clean up yourself. Go inside. Look at that.
I told you now, let me check out.
See,
okay, the bag is here already. Check.
Okay. See, have a lovely day.
Yes.
Remember that Victoria needs money for school.
Okay, don't worry about that. But ensure you keep in touch with her, eh? Okay. Just take care of the house. Okay, let me go.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
How I wish I had a happy home just like yours.
Andrew, with time you will get to know what it takes to lead a happy home.
But it's evidence that you married your husband. I mean, Daddy is God's will for your life. And you're like a perfect Romeo and Juliet.
Andrew, you make me laugh. See, God has helped me to work, to make my home work. Don't worry, with time, I'll get to tell you my story, okay?
Story?
Andrew.
How do you mean?
See, Andrew, drink up, okay? When it's time, I'll let you know. Okay, let me prepare something in the kitchen. honey.
Yes.
How was your day? See, guess what? Guess what happened to me today? Guess what?
Yes.
Guess what?
What?
She know that proposal. The one for the orphanage.
What about
See,
it?
guess what? They granted it. It has been approved. It has been approved. See?
Good for you.
What kind of a response is that?
Can't you understand? When someone is not in the mood to talk.
Joseph, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just excited that our life is going to get better. Especially now that Victoria is... Again?
I just don't understand how you think. How else do you want me to make you happy? Rubbish.
Joseph! You're shouting on me again, oh. You're shouting on me.
What nonsense.
Joseph! My king, my love, see, it's not as if I'm complaining. You're taking care of me. I'm happy the way we are. Hey, Joseph. Joseph, say something now.
Oh, Polly, what is it again tonight?
Joseph, you're pushing me too far. You're pushing me far into the world. What else do you want me to do? And what kind of a man are you, self? Is it a crime for a woman to fulfill purpose? There are men out there that are helping their wives fulfill their dreams. What is it? You're doing the exact opposite. I won't be surprised whether you're even doing this one out of sheer jealousy.
Polly, you're crossing your boundaries. You don't talk to me like that. You're getting on my nerves. Else I'll make you cry till daybreak.
Which boundary are you talking about? Were you not the one that crossed your boundary this afternoon? What do you want? How many times have I told you not to yell at me in front of our daughter? For crying out loud, how many times? Don't you know this thing could have a psychological effect on our daughter? She'll start thinking that marriage is full of troubles. What is it? Hey Joseph, what? Oh my God. Do you want her to even think that that is how all men treat their wives? Joseph! Joseph! Oh. Pastor, that's the reason I'm here.
I'm all ears. I see.
Pastor, all is not well with my family. Oh. My family is breaking apart. My husband does not see anything good in anything I say or even do. In fact, Pastor, he does not even have time for me. He even sees me as a burden, a necessary evil.
Abba, my sister.
Alright, Pastor. Yesterday, I got the approval for the project I've been pursuing. The orphanage project, Pastor. I've been pursuing for the past 9 months, Pastor. Pastor, this is my dream. The dream of my life, for crying out loud, Pastor. But you cannot just imagine.
This man does not want to show any form of concern or even support. Pastor, I am confused. I'm confused.
That's okay. You see, my sister, the greatest challenge of this, our current generation, is lack of understanding. You see, both of you are raised from different backgrounds, and therefore you have different perspectives to life.
Pastor, Joseph is selfish. He's selfish. You can't believe he wants to keep me at home all the time. Must he kill my dream in order for his own to be alive?
That is not the point. The Bible asks this question: can two walk together except they agree? That is why you both need to sit down prayerfully and understand yourself by your differences. By this, you can help each other in achieving your respective purposes.
Pastor, this is the dream of my life.
My sister, you need to be patient with him. You need to be patient to understand him and to be understood. And equally be prayerful, my sister. And always pray for him. Because I know God will touch him.
Emmanuel.
Let's pray.
Whatever you sow today, you will reap tomorrow. Your seed today is your fruit tomorrow. Oh, what you do today goes a long way tomorrow.
A wonderful pastor.
Look who got
How are you
here.
today?
Fine. My lady. Can't believe I will see you this sunny afternoon. Just thinking about you when you came in.
You're not flattering me. You know, I don't like coming here because of the way they normally interrupt us. But I can't just wait to see you, you know? And that is why I'm here.
That's my baby. Jesus.
Amen.
In the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Anyone that I'll beat you with evil the day of your joy shall be disappointed.
Amen.
So be of good cheer. That dream was just a threat. No weapon fashioned against you shall prosper.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Jesus.
Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yes. Come in.
Thank you very much, Pastor. I will see you in the Bible study.
Why not? And please don't forget, remain fervent in the Lord and keep on doing His good works.
God will help us. Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Bye-bye, sir.
Right, bye.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor.
Yes, Mr. Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Oh, welcome.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
No, sir. This is the report after auditing the account.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What's up?
Yes.
Sorry, sir. I observed while auditing the account that the missionaries on the field have not been paid for the past 3 months. And that 70% of the offering collected has been channeled to your personal building project. And the remaining 30% for the church repair of the bus. Sir,
Yes, yes. What is it?
some members have vowed towards the building project, sir.
You want to teach me?
I'd like to take my leave now, sir.
No, don't go. Sit down and teach me how to run the affairs of this church. Are you an administrator?
I'm sorry, sir.
What concerns you with the affairs of this church besides the auditing I asked you to do?
Sorry, sir. I don't mean to. I'm sorry, sir.
You can't be sorry for yourself. I'm not tired of this job. You do let me know.
I discovered that with the trend this organization is going, it might just crash. I see no reason the financial condition of this organization should be overstretched on contract that is obvious that we cannot undertake, or we run into loss. And this was done out of the personal interest of some of you. Now that we have discovered the source of our financial crisis, we must make all efforts to upgrade the financial status of this organization, or else all of you will be fired. What is the way out?
Mr. Chairman, sir, I am of the opinion that if we are diplomatic about the contracts we have on our hand, I believe we will be able to resuscitate and restore the financial status of this company.
How do you mean? Diplomacy? Ms. Angela.
Mr. Chairman, sir, diplomacy means skill in managing communication and the relationship between countries. Skills in tact in relating with other people. It's all about one, not saying the whole truth, yet not lying, sir. It's being cunning, as in being brave and intelligent in dealing with people, sir.
Mr. Kenneth, I believe one needs to be straightforward in whatever you're doing in this life.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I object to what my colleagues are saying. We all know that this company is built on integrity. I don't think being diplomatic correlates with the standards of this company. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, sir, it seems as if Mrs. Onyeka and Mrs. Rose does not know why we are here. This company is out to make profit, for crying out loud.
Now I need somebody to talk to me. Can you make yourself clearer?
Mr. Chairman, sir, all we are saying is that if we must keep ourselves in this business, wisdom must be applied. Since our clients are bent on paying the same amount of money for the same quantity, in spite of the economic and financial challenges, we can as well agree with them. We maintain the same charges rates, the same quantity, but with an insignificant alteration in the quality of materials used in the production. Period.
Mr. Chairman, sir, this is what most companies do. In fact, we can even make more money on repairs.
Mr. Chairman, sir, contrary to what my colleagues have said, I am of the opinion that being diplomatic might just boomerang and in turn jeopardize the trust that our customer has in us.
Yes.
If they get to know.
Yes, true. That's true.
Are you going to tell them? Is official matter supposed to be discussed anywhere or with just anybody?
All right, listen up. I think the idea is all right, since it's just a little compromise in the quality. It will be very insignificant, as rightly suggested. I think we will go by this diplomatic approach in dealing with our customers. Mr. Andrew,
Yes, sir.
as the production manager, I know you to be very meticulous. You will see to that. Don't forget to carry alongside the quality control manager. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll get your report on Monday.
Ebuka, what are we going to do?
Andrew, I came to see you for a help.
For what?
I just need to borrow some cash.
Cash?
Yes. For what? I've got a lot of stuff to settle with my babe. Please.
Ebuka, what exactly do you need money for?
You know what? Seriously, I'm gonna pay you back. You know me now. I will pay you back this money.
I know you're my friend. As in, what do you need the money for?
Alright, Andrew, just for a little evacuation.
Evacuation? That means she's pregnant? No. I can't give you this money.
Please.
See,
You need the money.
it's not that I'm wicked, but I can't give you this money. If I give you this money, that means I've partaken of your sin.
He wants the money. I cannot continue my life with this pregnancy. My life is terminated. That's what it means.
Andrew, you need to just understand. See, now overplay now. You know now, man shall not live by bread alone. Just to get this ball out of the net. And that's all.
We will pay you back. We promise. I can't continue like this without being pregnant.
You're my friend. I can't lie to you. On this matter, I can't borrow the money. I can't.
Please, let's go and find someone else.
Andrew, you fuck up.
Ebuka! Lord! God! Oh Lord! Forgive me! Have mercy on me! Lord, have mercy! Lord, have mercy! Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir, I want to inform you that I won't be able to come to your church to minister at the conference as earlier scheduled. Yes, sir. I will get you updated when next we see, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for every inconvenience. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you, sir.
Dear, you're not eating your food. Why?
See, my dear, you don't disturb me again today.
What's wrong now?
See, I need money. Materials in the market the cost of materials in the market are hyped every day. And Victoria will soon go back to school. And the Bible tells us that a man that cannot provide for his family has denied the faith. It's even worse than an infidel. And yet, I'm no longer enjoying my job.
Honey, that is what life is made up of. It is full of ups and downs. Honey, see, don't you think you have a better opportunity that is lying far?
What opportunity is that?
Honey, let me explain better to you. See, if you check the archives of successful men, I mean men we thought lacked nothing. Especially those true believers I'm talking about. You will find out that they were passionate about their job. They were not moved by pleasure or even money. And it was this passion that God took hold of to hold the heart of men. What I'm trying to say is, what the scripture even says. See, it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and every other thing will be added unto you.
So what exactly are you driving at?
My dear. See, what I'm just trying to tell you is that look for a job that you're passionate about. That kind of job that will win men to God. And you know what will happen? Every other thing that you are running after will be added onto you. My dear, passion. Passion is the signal here to know where and what God wants you to do. My dear, see you. I'm encouraging you. Take that step of faith. Take the bull by the horn. See dear, you don't have to really think about this. Let us go and eat, okay? Come and eat your food before it gets cold. Just come and eat, okay? Just come and eat.
Ah, Mr. Fix, why have you joined the multitude to do evil? I'm not expecting this from you.
I don't understand.
You don't have to sign the closing hour when it's not a time for closing.
Please, hold it there. Just hold it there. I've observed that you don't like to do things the wrong way. And what have you done to correct that?
How do you mean, Mr. Fix?
Back then in that board meeting the other day, when the chairman categorically told you to help the diplomatic chair of stealing money from our customers, what did you do? You did nothing. And then you claim to be a Christian.
Mr. Fix.
See. Leave Mr. Fix out of this issue. You're also the same person that came to my house 5 days ago. That you don't have the courage to look at your pastor and tell him to stop using the church fund wrongly. It's like, Andrew, I don't understand you again. It's like, you just leave elephants and chase rats in the name of standing for the truth. Excuse me, I have better things to do.
Let us welcome our beloved brother in the vineyard of the Most High, Brother Andrew from Akinsola Church. Praise the Lord. Brother David and Sister Anna, come out. It is so painful that workers in this church with high reputation, like Sister Anna and Brother David, could allow themselves to be used by the devil and to allow the name of the Almighty God to be dragged into the mud. It is pathetic. Because the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 28 says that a man that cannot control his own spirit is just like a city that his wall has been broken. What will happen to that city? The enemy will invade. Another way out of this shame is marriage. I said what? Marriage. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 8 to 9. Let someone read aloud.
I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn.
Can you hear that? If you cannot control yourself, if you burn, what's Paul saying? You should what? Marry. What is it? They lack understanding. Therefore, both of you are hereby placed on indefinite suspension. Henceforth, you will be sitting at the back seat in the church, and you come to church regularly, and you dare not come late. Now, brethren, let's pray for these ones, that God will have mercy on them. And let's not forget ourselves. As we pray for them, let's pray for ourselves also, so that we will not fall into the same temptation. Why not open your mouth and pray?
Whatever you sow today, you will reap tomorrow. Your seed today is your fruit tomorrow. Oh, what you do today goes a long way tomorrow. Ruptured seed.
Aunt Veronica, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good afternoon, ma. How was service, ma?
Good afternoon.
Cause surely payday comes. Ruptured seal.
But man, is daddy not going home yet?
My daddy is in a meeting.
Veronica, Antonia, it's my spiritual son Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. It's nice meeting you.
But mommy,
Yes.
does it mean we can marry any Christian brother because we don't want to born with lust?
I think what Pastor actually meant is that we should be dead to the old nature. Or mommy, isn't it?
I know the best way to answer you. I'll tell you my story.
This law is unbreakable. You can escape it. You can escape it. No matter what you sow, you reap. You can hide from me. What you sow, you reap. What you sow, you reap. No matter how you hide from me. What you sow, you reap.
Pauline! Pauline! Pauline!
Mama, I'm coming.
Are you not answering my voice?
No, Mama. No, Mama, you know I cannot disrespect you now.
Sit down. Pauline, my daughter.
Mama?
Are you in any relationship that I know nothing about?
Mama, relationship? How? I'm not in any relationship. And Mama, where did you even get that information from?
I'm not saying I heard it from anyone. Can you explain this to me?
Mama, no, Mama. Don't you know Brother Joseph? He's my colleague in school. Mama, don't you know Brother Joseph now? He's a prayer leader in our school fellowship.
Yes, I know Joseph. The son of Deacon Vishan.
Yes. Yes, Mama.
I'm not saying you should not make friends. But it is very important to define all relationship and stay in the confines of the definition given to it. Don't do anything that will bring shame to Jesus, who died for your redemption. In fact, where will I bury my head in shame if you bring reproach to this family?
God forbid, Mama. That will never happen in Jesus' name.
Pauline.
Mama.
Pauline. Pauline.
Ma. My mother never knew that though we were not cutting,
we have started involving ourselves in many ungodly acts.
Pauline! Welcome, I've been waiting for you all this while. My heart melts when you're with me as we spend time together.
We believed a lie that fornicating is only when there is penetration. But we were wrong.
This law is
Mama,
unbreakable.
hey, you are afraid of what? Come on, it's no big deal. Since he's not penetrating, it's not fornication. You're just enjoying yourself. Moreover, it doesn't stop you from being a Christian. Okay, just one so.
Pauline! Ma? Let me get to the market, eh? Okay, make sure you tidy up the room.
Okay, ma. Mama, go to this side. Let me take it long. Go to this side. When you follow that
Oh, my picking, you're right. Let me get the time. Just take care of the place.
It's faster for you.
Take care of yourself,
Bye-bye.
eh?
Bye-bye, ma.
Bye-bye.
Joseph,
Let's do it now.
Joseph, you know what you are doing is wrong. It's wrong.
Pauline, you should understand that I will grow up and will get married. And not that, and you know, penetration itself is not involved. So I don't see anything wrong about it.
That one you're saying for yourself. Me, I've told you that it is wrong. And it's a sin.
Pauline. Pauline. Pauline, I told you, it's not. After all, we are Christians, we are walking in body of Christ.
This is what you never break and go scot-free. You can go scot-free. No matter who you think, no matter who you can go scot-free. You can go scot-free. Whatever goes on must come down. What goes around comes around. Whatever goes up must come down. What goes around comes around.
Soon, there was a need to see the doctor.
sow today, you will reap tomorrow. Your seed today.
Please wait. Please wait. She's my daughter. Oh, she has refused to tell me who is responsible for her pregnancy. She won't claim that she's not pregnant. Doctor, I'm not pregnant. I said it's wrong because it's not wrong.
We would like to clarify all doubts if and only if you allow us to run another test on you.
To do everything you want to do. Just do it.
Alright.
Let's
Yes, please check this out.
Alright,
Ruptured seal, ruptured seal. You better be careful what you do, my friend, 'cause surely payday comes. Ruptured seal.
From the result I have here, it indicates you are not sick of malaria, not typhoid, but you're pregnant.
Doctor, I'm still a virgin. I've never had sex before.
You never what? At least you have to be patient with her. You have to be patient with her. You see, I'd like to make you know one thing. You see, pregnancies can occur under certain conditions, even without the penetration of the male organ.
Doctor! But how?
Now listen. You see, all that is needed for a lady to become pregnant is just one sperm cell. And then it also surprises you to know that males produces millions of these sperm cells in one single ejaculation. Another fact I want you to understand is there's a process called insemination. It's actually a process where sperm cells are introduced into the system of the lady to get her pregnant artificially. But in your own case, such was not done. You must have gotten it directly from the male factor.
Even without penetration, I've never had sex.
Yes.
You never had what?
Madam, please calm down.
What did you say?
Calm down, madam.
You never asked.
Pauline, please, I want you to confide in me. You never had sex. You kissed. You romanced. You were caressed.
Jesus!
Madam, please calm down. But you never had sex.
Do you think sex is all about penetration? Must you have penetration before you know you've committed fornication? Doctor. Doctor, please explain, no? She never had penetration, but she kissed. She never had penetration, but she romanced. She even committed fornication with her heart. Doctor, please help us.
Madam, calm down. That's why you're here. You see, what had happened is she might have probably had intense foul play, as a result of which the man released on her such that it touched her ovary. You see, there are things I want you to understand. Semen can actually leak if a man is being aroused. Do you understand me? You see, for instance, if a lady is wet, you understand what I mean? If a lady is wet, and then for any reason she had foul play with a man, and the man released on her. Now, the wetness of this lady is capable enough to quickly transport that semen down to her cervix very fast, and from there down to her uterus. where only one sperm cell among the millions will get her pregnant. Do you understand that? And then more so, this is made possible also because her hymen has been broken. Come, Pauline, do you do horse riding? Do you do bicycle riding?
Yes, doctor.
Do you dance ballet dance?
No.
You know, the most common among them all is bicycle riding and horse riding, just as she admitted. You know, like for the ballet dance, it always requires a lady to open up her legs. Well, however, she's still a virgin until penetration is involved.
Doctor! How can Pauline still be a virgin when her hymen is torn?
Madam, calm down, let me tell you this. You see, this hymen we'll talk about grows stronger and thicker as she becomes older. The hymen of a 25-year-old virgin is stronger and thicker than a 18-year-old virgin. And more so, the vigorous bicycle riding that will either tear or break the hymen of a 15-year-old virgin will not tear that of a 25-year-old virgin. So that's the fact I want you to understand. Meanwhile, abortion is not an option. Well, who can tell what this child will be in the future? So I want you to bear with her. Thank you very much.
Hey! This girl, hey! Look at this girl. She has brought shame to this family. Where did she learn this thing from? Hey! People will start mourning in this village. What will I start doing? Ha! This girl will not cease to kill me. Hey! Hey! You're standing here! Eh? You bunch of this family, you're standing here! You're looking at me! Only why now? Why? Look at me! Just look at me, your mother! What are we going to do? Where are we going to go from? What are we going to do now with this pregnancy? Only why? Come on, get out! I don't want to see you there! Look at her!
Ruptured seal, ruptured seal. You better be
Pauline. You brought shame to this family. If your father, my brother, were to be alive and watch you do this rubbish, he would have chopped off your head to the beasts of the field. And you sat in this house and watched her mess the name of this family up. Don't you know that a dog that will bite will first of all bark? The lizard that falls from the iroko tree must surely nod his head several times. You cannot tell me that you did not see the moves before this thing happened. And you, today marks your end in this house. Carry whatsoever you call yours and go and meet that riffraff that called himself your husband. Quick! Move!
ruptured seal, ruptured seal. Better be careful what you do, my friend, 'cause surely
And you, family, you decide your choice.
And that was how I had to marry my husband, Joseph Johnson. My mother wouldn't have allowed me have one child for one man and then marry another. And perhaps, if I had aborted that pregnancy, I wouldn't have had Victoria. Besides, she's the only one I've had after her. What other factor must one consider before going into a relationship? My dear, apart from the God factor, there is one vital factor that you must always consider, and that is purpose. Never you marry. Because you are burning with lust, because you can't even control your emotions. Self-control is a fruit of the spirit. The lack of it is a sign of immaturity.
No wonder many fumble when their spouse is not around for a period of time.
My dear, you are correct. Wherever there is sin, there is much more grace available for you to overcome the tendency to sin. But you must submit yourself to the Holy Spirit first. I repeat it again. Don't ever marry because you are burning with lust or because you cannot control your emotions. Marry for a purpose. A woman is meant to be a helpmate to a man, and both of them will be partners in destiny.
But ma, what happens when one marries without purpose in view?
Andrew, you become ordinary sex partners, and when your physical beauty begins to fade away, the man or the woman in question will not even cherish you. The love begins to fade away. A man and his wife are supposed to have one vision. Once they have different visions, it causes division in the home. The essence and the major purpose for every relationship is for one to make heaven. Abortion is never an option. It doesn't even provide any solution. Moreover, it doesn't even make you unpregnant. It only makes you a father or a mother of a dead child. I may seem to be a very happy woman now, but I have a lot of things I am enduring just to keep a home, and it's all as a result of the erroneous foundation I laid 16 years ago. How I wish I never made such a mistake.
Whatever you sow today, you will reap tomorrow. Your seed today is your fruit tomorrow. Oh, what you do today goes a long way tomorrow. Ruptured seed, ruptured seed. Better be careful what you do, my friend, 'cause surely payday comes. Ruptured seal. Whatever you sow today, you will reap tomorrow. Your seed today is your fruit tomorrow. Oh.